Well, after 609 days away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse and a 2020 season in the WNBA bubble, the Indiana Fever are finally coming home. Bill Benner has more in this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill?
Thanks so much, Gary. After the pandemic moved the Fever and the WNBA to Florida last summer, the team, with a revamped roster, new uniforms, and a promising outlook, tip off their preseason Sunday and their regular season at Bankers Life Fieldhouse May 16th under second-year coach Marianne Stanley. And joining us today to discuss their much-anticipated return is Fever President Dr. Allison Barber. And Allison, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for telling the Fever story. We're excited to be here, Bill.
Well, and Allison, again, a year away from Indianapolis, spent in the Wubble, where the team went 6-16. It's been a while since they made the playoffs, but I know that everybody's excited, A, about the return to Indianapolis, but B, about the return of a hopefully much improved team. Talk about that if you would.
Sure. Tamika and Coach Stanley have done a wonderful job of really recreating the Fever. And so we've brought back some terrific veterans and then added to our roster with these amazing rookies who have great energy and style and have brought a lot of life to the team already. And training camp has been energized. So we're confident about the future of the Fever. We're so grateful to our loyal fans who hung in there through the Wubble last season, and they're ready to come back, and we're ready to host them.
Allison, the team will start out at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, I believe, for the first 4 games, then move to the Indiana Farmers Coliseum at the State Fairgrounds. The Coliseum, got great nationwide attention during the NCAA tournament, so I know you're looking forward to that as well. And the move is because of construction at the Fieldhouse.
That's right. We're happy to host our fans and our teams at the Fieldhouse for May, which will be really exciting for people to see the new facilities and our just everything that we've done so well at the Fieldhouse. And then moving over to the Coliseum is such a great partnership. Cindy Hoy and her leadership and her team, they were thrilled and proud to be the home of the Indiana Fever for the summer, and we're going to have a great time out there. Our fans are excited about that arena as well. So Bill, between the game that they're going to see with the Fever on the floor and our fans cheering us on, I think this summer is going to be our best that we've had in a long time.
Allison, one of the positives that come out of the time in Florida last year was the Fever and the WNBA. They attracted large audiences. I mean, there was a real appetite for WNBA basketball.
What we're watching happen across the country is just this movement around. It started a while ago, but now there's really great energy around the importance of inclusion and diversity. And people, both corporations, we're thrilled. Our new partnership with Anthem is a testimony to this. Companies are coming alongside women's sports saying, boy, this impact that the female athletes can have in the community is really critically important to society. And so we're finding new partners. We just announced Google as a partner. Of course, we've got Salesforce and Ascension, our terrific partners to the Fever. But it's not just about basketball. It's about the work in the community that our athletes are doing. And we're finding great alignment and synergy, and it's going to just continue to increase. We're sure of that.
Allison, Tiara McGowan is back. Lauren Cox, last year's first round draft choice. Jantel Lavender, Kelsey and Tiffany Mitchell in the backcourt. And you have a 6'10" girl who will be the tallest in the NBA, Betty Hattar from Hungary. And so, the pieces are being put into place.
That's so true, Bill. And this is what happens when you attract a coach like Marianne Stanley, putting together a puzzle piece by piece. How do we really build out this championship culture on the court, in the community? But you do it methodically. And that's why we've been thrilled about, we've had a tough start, just reimagining the Fever. But we have all the pieces in place. And I'm confident between Coach Stanley and Tamika and our newest coaches, Jared Simpson and Vicky Hall, former in Miss Basketball here in Indiana, and Steve Smith, of course, our coaches are right on track to put all the puzzle pieces in place for a championship.
As we wrap up, talk real quickly at Tamika Catchings, of course, a legend, finally going into the Naismith Hall of Fame next weekend, a tremendous honor for her.
Oh, we're thrilled for Tamika, so deserved of this honor. And I think everybody who knows Tamika knows that she's the real leader that you want in a community. And we're proud of her and can't wait to to hoist her, new jersey in the field house that says Hall of Fame. She deserves it.
Well, Allison Barber, Dr. Allison Barber, thanks for joining us on the program, and we are so excited to see Fever basketball back in Indianapolis. Best of luck.
Thanks, Bill.
And Gary, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. Well, it's hard to believe we are now less than a month away from the 105th running of the Indianapolis 500. It's like Christmas Day for Doug Boles, the man in charge of daily operations at the Speedway, and my guest on the next edition of the Business and Beyond podcast. The Danville native and Butler grad has been around the track since going there as a little boy with his dad. Boles, known for his boundless energy, endless motor, and intense passion for the Speedway and racing. So how does he relax? Hanging out with family, of course, but dandelions?
I love iRacing. I do, as you mentioned earlier, I like to wakeboard, I like to cycle, I like to race. So anytime I can get in a race car and run a race car somewhere, I enjoy doing that. I love to pick dandelions. Maybe that's the weirdest thing, but I get out in the yard and put my headphones in and pick dandelions or find a tree and a chainsaw. Those are the kind of things that really allow me to disconnect.
Many more revealing observations with Indianapolis Motor Speedway President Doug Boles on the next edition of the Business and Beyond podcast. It publishes Monday. To check it out, just go to InsideIndianaBusiness.com and click on the subscribe tab. And I'll be right back after this.